Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Tings, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, and here to take care of the big Leos. Big Leos. If you want a big Leo, sweatshirt, t-shirt, hoodie, crew neck, V-neck, all the necks, go to the link in my description box down below. You can use my code for 10% off. You just click the link, go to the website, type in whatever sign you want. It doesn't have to be Leo. And everything will come up for you. But get you one of these for the winter. They're very warm. Okay, I wear this very often. And quick shout out to my Patreon. If you want to know more about the eclipses and what is going on for you, check it out. I just typed up the other day a long explanation for just explaining everything. And then if you're on Twitter, you've seen a lot of my tweets about the eclipses and what to expect if you have Taurus and Scorpio placements or where they'll be hitting in your houses. All right. So for more information on that, go to my Patreon. And you can also DM me, ask me questions on there. Okay. And I also got some extended readings I'll be posting on Patreon. I am going to be out of town this week. I'll be in Houston, and I'm going to record a few videos there. But yeah, so look out for me in Houston. If you're in Houston, shout out to you. And I think that's all. All right. So let's get into this reading. Leos, let's hope for the best. What we got for Leos that give us something that they really need to hear. What's the blunt truth for Leos at this time? Leo, sun, moon, rising, Venus. I don't know why I heard you're the problem. I saw that card in my head. If that card comes out, I'm going to stop the reading. And yeah. So you have separation was trying to come out. Leos. What is the blunt truth Leo needs to hear right now? We got third party. Okay, hold on. Strategy is needed before action is taken. We have abundance flowing in, 888, and then we have third party. What's that third party card in reference to? What is the third party? What is the third party? Could be somebody or something blocking you. You have excuses are keeping you stagnant, and then you have, let me clarify, strategy is needed before action is taken. Okay. So, all right, that card didn't come out. You're in the clear. I don't know why I saw it in my head though. So, you have strategies needed before action is taken, abundance flowing in, you have third party, and then you have excuses are keeping you stagnant. So there is something that you have been either saying you want to do or you've been thinking that you want to do. And for some reason, you're still stuck on, oh, I can't do it because of this. I can't start because of this. I can't whatever because of whatever. Let karma handle it. Some of you are still upset about something that has happened, or you're waiting for justice to play out in your favor, which it will. You have oh happy day, and then you have communication coming in. So there is going to be something here that you're celebrating essentially. But let's look more at what else we have for you, Leos. Excuses. What excuses? What's keeping Leo stagnant right now? What are the excuses that Leo will be making or is making that's keeping them from moving forward? I feel like some of you guys are so focused on something that's not working out instead of focusing on the solutions to that problem. Let that marinate for a moment. You're too focused on the problem and not focused enough on potential solutions. What do I need to do to solve that problem? You know, something that I have to do. Because I've been talking a lot on Twitter about the eclipses and talking about stepping out of your comfort zone, right? So stepping out of your comfort zone. For Leo, Leo is the sign of self, the sign of ego. It's ruled by the sun. Our sun sign is our ego, right? And so for Leo, your comfort zone is always thinking about yourself, how something will benefit you. And this is not in a bad way. I'm not saying that this means like you're a bad person or anything, but every zodiac sign has something that makes them, right? And yours is your ego. So thinking about how certain decisions will benefit your ego, how certain people will benefit you. It's just the way Leo thinks. It's just how the sign operates. And so therefore, stepping out of your comfort zone is really doing things for selfless reasons that would benefit somebody else. And maybe it doesn't really benefit you, but you care about these people, you care about this person, you're doing it for them because you care, because you love them, because it's just an act of kindness, right? And so these are just some things to consider when it comes down to coming up with strategies and coming up with solutions to your problems. It may involve you doing something that you don't normally do, something that is out of your character for you when it comes down to your career, which could be like, helping people for free or giving people advice or doing something that it's not just about you. Okay. So that's just something to think about. Don't take it defensively, okay? It's just the message that came up because I've been talking about the eclipses and how we're all getting pushed out of our comfort zone, especially if you have fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. And for Leo, looking at whatever your comfort zone is, which is, thinking about yourself, your comfort zone, stepping out of that is just intentionally thinking about others and giving freely without getting something back in return, whether that is like an ego boost or that is, the praise, that is the recognition. And this doesn't mean you need to do this all the time, but think of those situations where people really would like something from you, or you see somebody needing something, or they're saying they need something from you. And because it doesn't really benefit you, you've kind of been dragging your feet, but you know that would make that person very happy. And it's, maybe they're a good person and you could just do that for them and that'll make their day. And it may not really give anything to you, but, just those things. So that's where we're at here. Now, what else do we have for Leo? Coming towards them with abundance flowing in. We have angel guidance or numbers. Tell us more. I don't know if those two are meant to come out. We have commitment and marriage or life partnership. Third party. You have self-sabotage. We have friendships. Some of you have been self-sabotaging your friendships due to some excuses, possibly. Anything else for Leo where the excuses are coming in. Okay, the timing is right. Have envy. You have job loss or decrease. Okay. So kind of similar to what I was actually telling Aquarius, how they also had blessing in disguise. You could have Aquarius placements, but I was telling them that something that like ended or something that's changing or whatever the case may be is a blessing in disguise. But the difference is, I feel like for some of you Leos, you may have more of a handle on being able to change that situation directly. For Aquarius, I feel like it was more so about them needing to mentally come to terms with acceptance of the situation. But for some of you Leos, it looks like you have a hand in directly being able to make a situation work out in your favor if you'll act upon it now, instead of just being like, oh, well, I give up. Oh, well, it's already ruined, so I might as well not even try, because you don't want to look like whatever. It's putting your ego aside. It's putting your pride aside for a situation that you could potentially save, or it could actually work out in your favor if you speak up or if you do something to step up to the plate. You have self-sabotage. Some of you have self-sabotage whether it's a job, a friendship, or something, because you haven't like fully done more to save the situation. And this is not going to resonate with all of you. I know it's not, but this is for you, Leos. If you know that it's something that you could do differently, or you could step up more in some way, then that would resonate for you. Okay, what else do we have for Leo? What's the advice, actually? What's the advice for Leo right now? We have new love. What's the advice for Leo? What is the advice for Leo? We have manifest. What is the advice for Leo? We have dreams. Some of you need to pay attention to your dreams, and your dreams are going to be giving you a message here. Tell me about rejection. Rejection. Unrequited or unbalanced. Unfinished business. Okay. So it looks like there's something deeper when it comes down to a rejection. Or maybe it's something that you're perceiving as a rejection that may not be fully a rejection. Okay. You have rejection, you have unrequited or unbalanced here, and then you have unfinished business. So some of you may have like had somebody express or vocalize something in regards to you, that maybe you did something that upset them, or there's something that is unbalanced in a relationship that you have with somebody, and maybe there's been issues presented to you and you maybe got defensive and took it personally. And now you're in this place where it's like, well, I'm going to give up on it because I was rejected. And again, like I said, this is not going to resonate for all of you guys, but pay attention to when people present you with something that you did that hurt them or bothered them, and try not to get so defensive at first, and look at like when people present problems or they express how something bothers them in a relationship, it's because they're trying to save it. It's because they're trying to fix something here. And this could be in a friendship, love. This can be in a job, where some of you have taken it personally when somebody expressed criticism towards you. And then you ended up self-sabotaging the whole thing by walking away from the relationship completely, or you gave up on the job, you left the friendship because there was some type of criticism that was expressed. And so therefore, for some of you, it's a matter of you reevaluating and you saying, okay, let me just look at and listen to what they're saying. Let me take it in instead of getting defensive or just shutting down and being like, oh, I don't want to hear that. Look at where, if you can play a part in fixing it, or you can play a part in making something balanced again, where you've kind of just like got defensive and left it alone, where you can like actually come up with a solution to aid to it, or be like, okay, can we come up with like a compromise, or can we have another, sorry, I got unlawfully interrupted. But anyways, yeah, Leo, for some of you, you have a direct hand in being able to correct a situation, is what I'll tell you. You're able to actually correct something. But that's only if you kind of lower your defensiveness surrounding the situation, and you take it as a moment of reflection or self-growth to see what you need to actually do in order to get the situation to progress, all right, and come up with solutions here. I see a situation that can be very fruitful for you, and even if it's not this situation that you directly were involved in, a relationship, a job, whatever, I do see that something about that rejection will cause you to reflect on your actions and cause you to see where you can actually step up more in a situation that's more suitable for you. So take it how it resonates, whether it's you're seeing where you could step up more in an existing situation where somebody has expressed criticism to you and you kind of got defensive and took it personally, or where the situation did not work out and you're starting to really reflect on ways that you could have improved or what you can do differently for next time. So either way, it's a blessing. It's a win-win scenario, because either way you get this growth, and you get to really work through any type of pride or ego. And again, it's not to get take it personally why people say, oh, Leo is like just a sign of ego and arrogance. And that's not what I'm saying. We all have an ego. Our ego is our sense of self. But there's a direct correlation for Leo with ego, where ego plays a major part in your life. And that can be also something that holds you back, whether it's because you don't want to do something out of ego that you know you should do, like sometimes apologize or take accountability, or you do things you don't want to do out of ego to impress people, to people please. So that is why it's so important to acknowledge that part of yourself that is there. But it can also be to your demise if it's overactive or even underactive. So let's see what else is coming towards Leo at this time. What's coming towards Leo right now? What is Leo? What's happening for Leos right now? What's coming towards Leo? Could have a Taurus coming towards you. What's coming towards Leo? And then I'll pull the advice as well. You have the Lover's card, Gemini possibly, Ten of Swords in reverse. What's coming towards Leo right now? Sun card in reverse. Empress in reverse. Some of you, it's a situation where you need to be more nurturing or maybe more compassionate about something. Tell me about, because the Empress card in reverse, tell me about advice for Leo. What's the advice for Leos right now? What do they need to focus on for the advice? You have the King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Temperance card, Seven of Swords. What is the advice for Leos? Look at where you might be deceptive in a situation, whether it's towards yourself or another person, where you're deceiving yourself that everything is fine when it's not fine. Or maybe there's something that needs to be adjusted or looked at in a different way. King of Pentacles, something that is worth investing in. Okay? But there's excuses that's keeping you stagnant when it comes down to getting started, when it comes down to playing a role, starting over, whatever it is. There's something that you have a direct hand in. Like you're very proactive in coming up with a game plan for the future, or you're starting something new, or rekindling something, or whatever it is. Tell me more. It's going to be a good investment, though, if you take what lessons you learned from previous situations or previous criticisms and you apply it in a new way, or, readjust in a current situation. Tell me more for Leo as advice. What else is for Leo as advice? Page of Pentacles, Sun card. Yeah, you're meant to learn or get back into learning something, learning how to do something, or on self growth. Okay. Whatever it is that you're kind of afraid of, it's going to be successful. You got the Tower. Wait. Whoa. The Devil card. Yeah, whatever it is that you're stuck on, where you're stuck on, you lean on that for your comfort zone. Or it's like you have this thing where you don't like to lose, and so therefore you won't try in situations. So that's kind of getting blown up in your face here with the Devil card and the Tower, Capricorn energy here with the Five of Swords. Like you're somebody that always wants to win at all costs, but that can be at the expense of a job or a relationship or a friendship to be right, to prove that you are right, because you don't want to have to deal with the feelings that accompany being wrong, and again, that's ego. But there's a situation where you are going to have to challenge your own ego here. And you're going to have to be like, okay, I don't care how I look, right? I want to fix this situation, or I don't care how I look. I want to be a better friend. I don't care how I look right now. I want to, put myself out there for this career, put myself out there for this job. There's an excuse that you're covering up for really getting the work done, or really putting the work in. Be like, I want to fix this situation. I want to be this person. I want to, go for things I want. I'm tired of being prideful, or I'm tired of acting like I don't care, or that it's not that big of a deal. Or if I end up failing after I put myself out there, so be it. But you're not going to fail. Okay, based on these cards, you just have to put that into caring so much about how you're going to look or how you're not going to look before you go for something that you know you want to do. Okay, because that's how you get back to you. You're meant to be seen and shine, and you're meant to like be like an initiator in some ways, right? So if we're talking like human design here, if you're a projector with Leo, you are supposed to be seen, but by your people. So that means there's a certain amount of vulnerability that's going to take for you to put yourself out there, to be seen for what you want to be seen for, and, you know, not get so, take it too personally if some people don't resonate, because some people will, right? But you have to put yourself out there. You have to show people what you can do. If you are a generator, right? If you know that something excites you, don't let that fear or that blockage get in your way. If you feel excited about something or doing something, then do it. Don't be afraid of like, oh, what are they going to think of me? Or what if I don't live up to the expectations? Or what if I let people down? You won't. If you're following excitement as a generator, you're always going to be fulfilled and you're always going to feel success from that. If you're a manifester and you know there's something you really want to do, you know you really want to get something off the ground, you know you really want to say something, inform somebody of something, then you go do that. You don't have to wait for anybody, okay? You do it. You do it, and you do it loudly and proudly. That's what you do. That's how you build your confidence back up, Leo. Some of you are kind of stuck when it comes down to your confidence and fixing a situation or starting a new situation. And then if you are reflector here, if you know that you've taken your time and you're like, okay, I now know what I want to do. I don't care how it looks to other people. It may look completely like insane or weird. I'm just going to still go for it because I've taken my time. I've taken my 28-day cycle. I know what I want to do now. But yeah, Leo, a lot of you are concerned with how you are going to appear when it comes down to like if you decide to start something or end something or say you want to fix something or whatever it is. You're worried about how that's going to look and how that's going to play out. But it's just an excuse that's keeping you stagnant, which is why you need to really, really combat that and challenge that with your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is caring about how you are perceived or doing things or not doing things out of ego. And that is where the eclipse is really showing you need to challenge that ego and say sometimes you got to not care how people perceive you, or you got to do things for other people without expectation. And that is really what's happening right now. And I see a lot of you guys coming to that realization like, oh, you know, I could have definitely showed up differently, or I know I can show up differently next time in my next situation if this one did not work out. Or I know that I want to be seen this way, so I'm going to show up and do things to support that now, even if I wasn't seen that way before. So that's what we have for you, Leo. A different type of reading this time, but I liked it. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading resonated for you, please let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe so this channel can... I am my tarot by Bronx on everything.